In today's video, you're going to see my rescue greyhound Fairy experiencing her first snow. It's really funny because she always seems to stick out her tongue when the snow is coming down. I don't know if she likes the feeling of it landing on her tongue or that she's just feeling relaxed and happy. Later in this video, you'll see Fairy pulling me down a steep snowy bank and almost pulling me into the river when she was chasing swans. Snow is my favourite weather. When it's cold, frosty, snowy and sunny, these are my favourite kind of days. So Fairy, setting foot outside of her front door for the first time and playing in the garden in the snow. She kept her pyjamas on underneath her thick warm jacket to make sure she stayed nice and warm, because greyhounds have very little body fat, very thin, fine hair, and they don't retain heat easily. I also put some Vaseline on her paw pads to make sure that she didn't get any frostbite or damage from the cold on her paw pads. She does have a set of 4 doggy boots, which I have used for her when we've walked up Snowdon to protect her paw pads from the sharp slate and stone. And I did try putting those on her, but she doesn't really like them. I think she's okay without in the snow. After playing snowballs in the back garden, we headed out to the field next to our house for a little walk. You can see that Fairy's very excited. I did have her on a long line so she could just run about a little bit more than usual. You can see that she does lots of sniffing in the snow. I think when it's cold, the scent is easier to pick up because it hangs around for longer when it's cold. And also being more dense, it sort of drops to the floor and stays there. So dogs are able to track scents better in the cold weather. We took her Christmas squeaky bone out to play with. She likes to play catch and fetch with this. This is the most snow we've had in years. I'm not sure, I can't be certain that she's not seen snow before. I don't know if greyhounds still race and train in the snow, but I think it's unlikely that she would have really seen snow before from her reaction. We're very lucky where we live and we have a lovely river down the bottom of our lane. So we took a walk along the river. It's beautiful in the snow. Such a calm, still day, and you can see the reflection of the trees in the water. This is Fairy's favourite walk down by the river because she likes to look at the birds. There are lots of moorhens, ducks and swans on the river, and they always capture her interest. I couldn't let her off at all by the river because I know that she'd jump in after the birds. So she's always on the lead. And in a few minutes, you'll see her almost dragging me into the river after the swans down a snowy, slippery slope. We do know the swans on this river, and most of them are friendly, but you do have to be careful with swans, especially if it's a mother and they're young. They're very protective. Fairy! Fairy! No. When Fairy gets excited, she whines a lot. Here you can see that she's actually enjoying eating the snow. Lots of dogs in the group we were walking with on this day were eating the snow. The snow did hang around for about a week, so this video is a compilation of different days when we went out, and this is a lovely country park with the woods where we walked along the snowy path. You can hear the crunching of the snow. It was such a beautiful sunny day and a lovely walk. Fairy really enjoyed it. If you're keeping your greyhound out in the cold weather for any prolonged time though, they must be properly dressed with lots of layers. Fairy had her cotton t-shirt with the long front legs, followed by her fleece jumper, and on top of that, her thick winter coat. So she was wearing 3 layers to keep her warm. If you walk your dog on the roads or pavements when it's icy or snowy, you should always wash their feet when you get in, because the grit that the gritters use can burn their paw pads. She had a good run around on the long line, and I got some nice action photos of her running towards me in the snow. You can tell when Fairy's enjoying a walk because her ears are always pricked right up. One of the days we went on an Essex therapy dog walk, and these are all the other Essex therapy dogs in the group. So she had some fun with them in the snow, and there were lots of big snowmen that children had built on this field. So we had our photo taken with those at the end. And after being out in the cold snow, Fairy loves to warm up by the fire with a squeaky toy. Thanks so much to all my subscribers. Keep watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And here's a few videos you might like to watch next.